Dialed in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. We're going to episode 2 tonight. We didn't end the last episode with the shit we need. Oh well, that's too bad.
Oh, well.
So we're gonna talk about this one. Nick, what are you drinking?
I'm starting out tonight with a tried and true, always the blue Bud Light, because that's who we are.
I'm having a Partake Brewing non-alcoholic pale ale.
Good for you. That's
I
the
am.
one you told me was a Bud Light.
I did,
Let's
yes, because
go.
it looks like Bud Light.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into episode 2 here. We're gonna talk about Reddit stuff, but
We are.
Before we talk about Reddit stuff, I had sent you a text earlier about Joe Pesci,
Yeah. Let me figure this out real quick.
the Joe Pesci one.
Yeah.
Oh, so
What you said something along the lines of don't be a Joe Pesci or replace
No,
Joe Pesci?
we have to replace Joe Pesci.
Yes.
So back in the late 90s, George Carlin had a bit where he talked about, God and religion, and he worships the sun,
Yeah.
but he doesn't pray to the sun because he doesn't want to infringe on their friendship. He prays to Joe Pesci
All right.
because, for one, he's a really good actor, and for George, that counted, and for two, he just looks like a guy that can get things done.
So,
I think now that we're 25-ish years later,
yeah.
we should let Joe Pesci relax in his retirement and not pray to him anymore.
Well-
I think we should now pray to Nick Offerman.
Oh.
So I shared a video with you of Nick Offerman.
It's so funny because you like Nick Offerman for the different reasons I like Nick Offerman.
I love Nick Offerman for every reason. Why do you love Nick Offerman?
Dude, we needed to not stop the last episode, but
I mean, we can always splice this in and just do one epic episode.
Nick Offerman and
Yeah.
I absolutely love woodworking. This
Mhm.
guy is a very humble person, loves to work with
Man's
his
man.
hands. Right, he really is. And people don't realize that because his humor just takes over so
does.
much. And he has the same humor that we have.
He's also a huge Cubs fan.
Oh, fuck him. Anyway. So, I can see that, right? He's a good dude.
So Nick was in The Last of Us, which is the series on HBO Max,
It was, yes.
and Pedro Pascal's in it.
Yes.
And there's an episode where Nick has a love affair with a man.
Gay?
And he is speaking at an awards show on Sunday. And he goes, people always ask me, why does it have to be a gay love story? And he goes, it's not a gay love story.
Right.
It's a love story. If you see it as a gay love story, that's a you problem.
That's a you problem, 100%.
And I saw that and I'm like, Nick Offerman needs to replace Joe Pesci as the people we pray to. Because again, we're not religious. I'm not religious. You're not religious.
No.
Mike's not religious.
My mom wants me to be.
I mean, I think my mom would like me to be too, but I'm an atheist. Okay. I don't believe in organized religion. I don't believe in a higher power. But if I'm going to pray to somebody, it's going to be somebody that looks like they can get shit done. And I'm guaranteeing you, Nick Offerman can get shit done, just like Joe Pesci could.
We talk about this all the time. And, all right, guys. So I said I'm drinking a Bud Light. Dave, you said what you were drinking.
Yeah.
As always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate it. We want your feedback. We want to sit here and talk about the things you want.
Correct.
Today's episode is going to be about Reddit post.
Yes.
We're going to try our hardest to make it
Unlike the
about
last episode that was supposed to be about it, and we just talked about other shit.
completely different. So, on that note,
Yes.
I want to figure out how Nick Offerman is just such a great guy.
He really is.
Yeah.
Like, in every way.
Yeah.
He loves his wife. He's very committed to his wife.
Yep.
He loves his profession. He's very committed to his profession.
Yep.
He's very much a man's man. Like, drinks manly drinks, does manly things like woodworking,
Like
and,
woodworking.
and making
I
things.
built this chair.
He is way more of a man than I will ever be. He really is Ron Swanson.
Fact. Like, honestly, like, it's so funny because there was a comparison of like him versus Ron Swanson. We're like, this is really who he is. And I was like, I can see that. Minus 100,000. Like, I bet he doesn't eat fucking all the bacon and eggs,
Probably not all of them.
but like, I can see,
90% of them.
right. I could see him going in there and be like, look, how much bacon do you have?
Yeah.
If you're only down to like 2 pounds, I'll take it. And if you're down to like 12 eggs, I'm in. But anything else above that, all right, give it to some other people. in the
Right.
world. So that being said, David,
Yes, sir.
we are going to talk about Reddit.
We are. I have a question here that I sent to you earlier today.
So, but I know we talked about it a little bit on
Uh-huh.
our last episode.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm going to give the question a couple of your answers.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And you,
Life hacks
yes,
or
say
money
what
hacks.
is your favorite financial life hack?
Mhm.
Answer number 1, get interest paid credit cards. Was right? Am I
Yeah.
correct in that saying that?
rewards credit cards.
Rewards. Okay.
Yep.
And then number 2, you kind of touch based on it, and
High interest,
high interest, like,
checking account,
checking
savings
ex-
account.
yeah.
One, two. Yep.
so go for it, right?
Yep.
I appreciate those, but I want to give you Reddit answers.
Correct. I would love to hear the Reddit answers.
So, Reddit answers: bring packed lunch or always a snack in your bag.
That works if you go to work.
Say-
Like I work from home.
correct?
So my packed lunch is whatever's in my fridge.
I'm going to tell you one of my favorite answers is right here.
Mhm.
Okay. This person understands me, and the other person hates you. Adjust what you think your zero is. Everyone that has, oh shit, I'm broke moment, number is inflated. Mine, I think I'm broke is $1,000 in my account. I treat zero as 1,050, and I treat $50. It's weird, but it's been working.
I totally
fine.
don't fucking understand what you just said.
So, right, like if I hit $1,000,
Yeah.
I look at that as an overdraft fee.
Okay. Yeah.
Granted, myself is paying the overdraft, but like, Nick, get your shit together, figure your fucking life out. I don't like, dude.
You don't want to be under 1,000
How often do I tell you I'm broke?
all the time. Every fucking day.
My wife gets so we did our taxes the
Mm-hmm.
other day, and my accountant was like, "Hey, you made X amount of dollars. What the fuck are you doing with this amount of money?" And I said, "Let me tell you, I have this amount in cash, this amount in cash, this amount in cash, and this amount in cash. That's what the fuck I'm doing." And I said, "Look, my wife's next to me, but don't tell her." And my wife did the math, and she's like, "Why the fuck are you like right like?" I have more money than most Americans ever
Yeah.
had in their life at one point in life. And I said, because why? I'm going to walk in here and pay you a fucking shit ton of taxes.
Mhm.
Right? We made 7 figures last year. And I'm broke.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why? Because it goes back into the next deal, the next deal, the next deal.
You're
Everybody-
not saving that money.
God, no, right? Like it's all going to the next thing. If you ask me what my bank account, so my zero, it's funny because I love it because my zero is $1,000.
Mhm.
So I know that if oh shit happens, I have $1,000. $1,000 will get me by, and I don't have to do a negative, right?
How many listeners do you think we have that if they had $1,000 bill come up could just pay it?
So if you ask me that question, if our listeners, I'm hoping a bunch. If you ask me the average American,
Average American?
the average American is less than 95% of Americans have $1,000 left in their checking account after payday.
So I will tell you right now. So the issue we had at the business at the end of last year,
Yep.
the person was they accepted a plea deal. Did I tell you this?
You send it to me.
Okay,
Go on.
they accepted a plea deal.
2 days in jail.
Minimum of 2 days in jail, a year of probation, and restitution of $937. They had to ask the court for a payment plan. Nick, $937. Do you need a payment
Oh,
plan?
yeah. Speaking of this, watch this, guys.
I don't need a
No,
payment plan.
Watch this. Anybody that's watching on YouTube right now, because, dude, I'm so glad you reminded me. Anybody that's watching right now. So I owe David because I financed I financed, which I
Yeah.
don't do.
Yeah.
I financed a payment to David's company of $60. And it's funny because I had it in my cup holder and I was like, it's gonna fly out the window because I had my windows down.
Right.
For those that don't know, it was 73 degrees when we started our
Mhm.
first podcast, and we have a winter weather advisory out for tomorrow, right?
I mean, it's 66 right now. So.
Exactly. So we have dropped we've dropped 6 degrees already, right?
Yep.
7 degrees, sorry, excuse me, 7. And so, but David, I've officially paid you
You
because,
have.
and it's funny because we talked earlier this week.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, it's eating at me that I owe you money.
And I
you're
couldn't give it a shit left.
like, dude, you got me. But like, I had the 60, but like, I was almost gonna fly out the window because I had it my door handle.
Yeah,
it's
so
a
you
cup
didn't
holder,
forget.
but like, yeah, and I was like, no, like, so I put it in my pocket, and then I'm glad you brought it up because I
But again,
paid you tonight.
$937.
Couldn't pay it, right? Like this person couldn't pay it. They had 2 jobs.
Could you?
You were fuck yesterday.
I can pay it.
Yesterday, Dave.
Most of the people I know could pay $937.
Right? Because you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with.
Correct.
I look at myself as the person that has to guide you to get to fucking greatness.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, because when we talk about this, David and I have a mutual respect to love each other.
Mhm.
And the fact is like, we talk about this 5%, or like, sorry, the
The
average
5 people you know.
right?
hang
And
out with.
if you asked me, I know the rough of the people you hang around with mostly. And I will tell you, I'm probably the most wealthy of them
Oh, of course.
5. But my job is to get you to the better of them 5. Right? I'm not saying get rid of the 5 because I love the 5 that you're around.
Again, even with the 5, only one person out of those 5 could not come up with $1,000.
No, I disagree.
No.
I disagree.
Okay, you're thinking it's more?
I would say 2 out of the 5 will come up with it.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
Jim
Jim
Benson.
will come up with it. Benson will come up with it. Who else?
There you go. That's 2 out of 5.
Yeah, but the 5 people I hang out with the most: Jim,
Benson,
Mike,
and me.
you,
That's 3 out of 5.
Rowling.
Not
could
a chance.
never
Not a
fucking
chance.
come up with it.
So I beat the 2 out of 5. I didn't even think about me because I never added me to your fucking
Well,
list.
that's a third,
Right.
but I have a
No.
4th easily.
Who-
Any
who- no.
fourth you name.
That's 5th. That's 4 out of 5.
Out of 5,
Who's your
absolutely
5?
could.
Who's your 5?
Out of the people I hang out with the most, probably Christy.
And I doubt she could.
No, Christy could
Right,
absolutely
so
come
you
up
have
with
3
it.
out of 5.
I have 4 out of 5.
Oh, Christy could?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Honestly, surprises the shit out of me.
So
I like you, but like,
so her husband
yes.
has now started working in a different field.
Congrats. So this
And
this
is
month
doing-
she could.
No,
Yes.
he started this like 6 months ago,
Okay.
and he's doing a bunch of cash jobs on the weekends. So
So congrats for the next of time. She can come-
honestly, they make almost what Dawn and I make.
yes, but they spend almost what you and Dawn make.
They really don't.
David, give me an average bank account statement for them.
I couldn't.
Like,
But I guarantee if
you-
they had
do
$1,000
you-
bucks, they
do
could
you
pay it.
understand what do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, but I guarantee if they had $1,000 bill, they could pay it.
Correct. But like,
It
okay,
wouldn't be easy,
so you have
but they
one-
could do it.
But like, right, and I look at things and say, hey, I'm gonna bring this motherfucker up, right? When you call me and you say, hey, I gotta ask you questions, dude, I instantly turn on dick mode. And today we had dick conversations.
We did.
Like, I don't, guys think I fucking like David. I like him as a friend, but I will never fucking feed his fucking
Tribs would be able to pay it.
right. Honestly, I could agree with that because, right, this guy was willing to take this chance and go over here and do the right things. He's also older, and I sent you guys average pay versus average net worth of
Uh-huh.
people, and sorry, it was what was it? It was called something in median, right? Like median wealth and average wealth. and the average was stupid, and the median was not,
No.
right? And like that brought something to my head. And I was like, oh, median is a way different thought because there's people that live till 90.
Very much.
So, but I will tell you, I will give you 3 out of 5. I will not give you 4 out of 5.
No, I think she'd totally come up with $1,000.
Cool. Tell her to send me a grand. See how she reacts.
Well,
Hey.
I there's no reason for her to send you a
No,
grand,
there's,
but
hey, Nick's can beat your ass if you don't get $1,000, right? Like, Dave, if somebody says I'm gonna punch him in the face for $1,000 and be like, ah, fuck it here.
punch me in the face. I don't give a shit.
It's like,
I'm not
you
giving you $1,000.
You would do that for me, not necessarily. But all right. Anyway, so that being said, all right. So back to the question.
Yeah, did you have some other answers here that are great?
All right. So somebody said, I loved the answer of think 0 as a different number,
Yeah.
right? The other person said, just drink water. And I, for the first time ever, I went into subreddit because it's a really long list.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's like, stop drinking $8 coffee when you could drink 20-cent. Sorry. I'd say add tea and coffee made at home. It drives me nuts when I'm headed out of town and my wife wants to grab $8 coffee and she could have made it at home for 20 cents.
Yep.
Look, if you're living that fucking budget friendly and that's a life hack for you, you're doing it wrong. My wife, when we and we're different, I get it. My wife doesn't do it every day of the week, doesn't do it all the time. But it's the one thing that saved my marriage, right? I learned that my wife loves that coffee. It's
Yeah.
not, David, I can do so much in my life. Make coffee? Not a chance,
Mhm.
bro. Not a chance. I can't do it, won't do it, can't do it. Just right. That if you're gonna sit here and tell me it's $7.20 or $7.80, you're doing it wrong, right? We tell our listeners all the time, go enjoy your life, go do what you have to do, but make it a special occasion, right? So like if you wake up on Sunday morning, you as a man, this is me as a man. Get your ass up early. Go to fucking Big B, Starbucks, whatever. I don't support Starbucks because my wife doesn't support Starbucks, right? But I will go to Big B and I will order her a White Lightning or a Butter Bear, White Lightning extra coconut, something like that. I don't remember. I'll figure it out. But like, and I will come home with 3 donuts for the 3 of us, and my wife will have a coffee. My daughter will guaranteed to have a hot chocolate sitting there. They might be cold by the time they wake up. That's the chances I'm willing to take.
Mhm.
But the fact is right, like they have to have the ability to be able to do that and feel like they're still seen and welcome and that their stupid stuff doesn't matter. This person, I get it, you're saving $7.20, but you're headed out of town. That's a whole different story. When you say headed out of town, and if you say every single day, now we have a problem. If you're saying I'm headed out of town, brother, please do this differently. Please change your mindset.
My problem here is they'll sit there and they'll say no more avocado toast. Okay.
Dude, avocado toast is stupid expensive.
It is stupid expensive, but
Yes.
how many people are literally going broke on avocado toast? Nobody's going broke on it.
No.
Many of them, if they're eating avocado toast, are doing it at home. My wife eats avocado toast. You know what she does? She goes to the fucking store and she buys some avocados at Horrocks.
Yep.
They might be a little more expensive, but they're better avocados. Fine. So she's buying, instead of buying 2 for $1, she's buying 2 for $1.50.
Right. And throwing the balsamic glaze, which costs a little bit of money.
And a little bit of tomato on it.
Yep.
And she's fucking happy as shit because she had the avocado toast, but she's not paying $6 for fucking avocado toast.
Fresh mozzarella,
Yep.
right? Like I completely get it. And so it's funny because when they go out on a Saturday or a Sunday with their family that they're trying to enjoy, that's probably the cheapest fucking thing on the goddamn menu.
Probably.
Right. So fuck you. Because if my wife goes over an avocado toast, right, which we go to a really expensive fucking place, by really expensive, okay, Nick thinks a fucking breakfast burrito, anything above $8 is expensive. But I'll give all you listeners, anything above $10 is an FU. My wife will go, hey, do you want to go to this place? And I know their breakfast burrito is the thing I want, and it costs $12.
Mhm.
I walked in and got shit from the owner because I was, holy shit, $7 for a breakfast taco? And he goes, yeah, but we pay our employees. And I was like, yes, you pay your employees. I should not have to. And he goes, I'm sorry you feel that way. And I was like, nope. Let me be clear on this. I pay I'm going to leave here tonight. I'm hoping the taco place is still open because it's only 7:30, right? I'm gonna leave here tonight. I'm gonna pay $2.25 or $2.50 per taco. And it's gonna be filled with meat. It's gonna do everything. So don't sit here and tell me you have to charge this, right? Like the difference is you're being a dick by also thinking that you're supporting this stuff. No, you're still trying to line your pocketbook. There's a difference between things, right? I need to be clear on this. You're lining your pocketbook and filling your employee. I also think you need to just fill your employee because we talked about billionaires. We talked about things.
I sent you a message the other day. I haven't gone out to dinner this month.
100%. Twice.
Decided-
Twice.
Yeah, decided I'm going to go out to dinner on Sunday night with my wife and daughter.
Yep.
So we go to the first place, which is a Mexican restaurant right around the corner from my daughter that her and I have been to. And Google says they're open. We get there, ain't nobody in the fucking parking lot.
Closed.
So we hop on Google. It says they're open.
Yep.
Walk up to the door. Winter hours. We're not open on Sundays. Well, why the fuck didn't you update Google, motherfuckers? Fine, whatever. Fine. So Dawn goes, well, you wanted to try that BJ's place that they just opened on
Yes.
Beltline.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, let's
28th Street.
Yes,
be
let's
clear
go
about this.
try it.
Yes.
Try it. So we get out there, and I've been there once,
Mhm.
but I didn't eat there because I thought their prices were a little high.
Stupid. Yes.
So we get out there, and I was go ahead
BJ's is like a steakhouse slash.
brewery.
Yes. So it's a Logan's slash Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
On crack.
Yeah.
Right. Like, okay. So just so we're clear with people, I don't know about what the nation listens to or other people, but
It's a chain.
it is a chain. That's what bothers me. But they're a Logan's slash Texas Roadhouse, but they have the ability to charge more.
So we get out there, and I was feeling like either a burger or maybe something else.
Yep.
You know, I wasn't sure. Like when we were gonna go to Mexican, plenty of Mexican things I can have. I love Mexican food, whatever.
Dude.
But I'm like, all right, we're gonna go out there. Maybe I'll have a burger. So we get out there and we start looking at the menu, and my daughter takes 15 minutes to figure out what the fuck she wants to drink.
Yep.
And she decides she wants wine.
Oh, wow.
And she asks them about the wine she wants.
Yep.
And they go, I'm sorry, we're out of every sparkling wine. You're a brewery restaurant. How are you out of every sparkling wine? Well, we're just out. Okay, fine, whatever. So she's like, fuck it, I'll just drink water. Cool.
Okay. Saved you $7.
Yeah, she hasn't looked at the menu yet. So lady goes away. We start looking at the menu, and a burger's $16.
Yep.
And wings are $16.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'm not spending $16 on a burger, but I'll get boneless wings. Boneless wings sound good. That's something I haven't had in a while. That sounds great.
Yep.
She comes over. What do you want? I said, I'll take your boneless wings. We're out of boneless wings. All right. Well, we have bone-in wings. I don't want.
I don't
boneless
want that.
wings. I want boneless wings.
Yep.
Well, we're out of that. I'll come back. Great. Fucking come back. I take the menu and I throw it down.
Yep.
And the two of them look at me and go, what are you doing? I'm like, I ain't fucking eating. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
Well, why aren't you eating?
There's nothing I want.
Because I want boneless wings.
Right.
I'm not spending $16 for a fucking hamburger. I'm just not fucking doing it.
Yep.
And they're like, but I mean, you're hungry. Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. I haven't eaten all goddamn day.
McDonald's has it for $2.
But I'm not eating a fucking $16 burger. Period. End of fucking story.
Yep.
So she comes back over and she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't want anything.
Yep.
She goes, what do you mean? I said, I want boneless wings. You don't have them, so I don't want shit. Well, we have chicken fingers.
Chicken tenders, yeah.
I don't want those. I want boneless wings. You don't have them? I don't want shit. So
Yep.
Caitlin orders something, Dawn orders something. I sit there while they eat. They're annoyed at the fact that I'm not eating. But I'm like, listen, guys, if I'm going to spend $16 on a fucking meal, it's going to be something I want.
Yep.
It's not going to be just something.
Correct.
I'm at that point where money's tight. I'm not willing to spend over X amount of dollars to eat something that I'm not excited about eating.
Yep.
And nothing here is exciting me. So we get done. I pay $61 for two people to eat. I had a very mediocre beer at best. It's one of their actual brews.
Sure.
It was a porter. It was mediocre at best.
Which you don't know until you drink it. So
Correct.
that's like you can't fault them.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I would never drink it again, but fine, whatever. Dawn and I leave, and she goes, well, you haven't eaten all day. What do you want to do? I'm like, fuck it, just
McDonald's.
we're going home. Burger King's on the way. Just stop at fucking Burger King. I'll get on their app a deal, an $8 Whopper meal with a small fry and a small drink.
Yep.
Mind you, I'm at that point where, since I've been losing weight, I can't eat all of that anyways.
Yep.
So just get that for it's good. It's half the fucking price. Okay. It's half the fucking price.
And you get double the stuff.
Correct.
Yes. Because theirs comes with chips. It's a $3 add-on for fries.
Yeah.
Right. So now you're at 16 and 19, and you were at $8 for a burger and fries.
Correct.
And a drink.
And a drink.
Yes.
And I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get that.
Yep.
Now, did it taste as good as the $16 burger? Probably not.
Sure.
But
Filled the
I
void.
paid less than half the price. So fuck it, I'm good with that.
The one I really enjoy
Yes.
because I don't use it much is uninstall Grubhub and DoorDash from your phone. All right. So this person says Chinese takeout $20, delivery $6, tip $5. Finding out you forgot the part of the order is priceless. But anyway, but like that explains so much because right, your $20 bill just became a $31 bill. That's $11 in your pocket. That's more than half of the order that you just ordered. Right? I went to Chinese in the mall yesterday. I was talking to you. I was like, I don't think your daughter actually works. I never see her, but like, I spent $11 on my Chinese food, 2 items and noodles or rice or whatever. And like, this is where it's at. Like, when you're paying for convenience, you have a problem,
Yeah.
right? Like, I get it if you're once a week, you're just bombarded with things, but people aren't doing this once a week. People are doing this constantly.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, we're all going to order this. Let's pay this. No, like, go send one asshole to go get it. You all can cover this person while they go get it, right? Because their time is now worth, let's say 6 people order it. If it's a $6 delivery, 6 times 6 is $36.
Yeah.
Send one person, you're probably paying them $15 an hour.
Mhm.
Let's say you're paying them fucking good wages, $25 an hour. It's going to take them 15 minutes because they're ordering from something close because you want it at lunchtime.
Yeah.
But like, let's just say you're still saving money by sending the person to go get. Drunk Nick will randomly install DoorDash or Uber Eats, whatever's free for that 6 months. And I order Taco Bell when we're drunk and stuff like that. And then I get stupid stuff. Just understand, guys, convenience, you think it's convenient, but just go get the food real quick because it's going to save you. Like the gas that would probably cost you $1.50, right? Like, oh, I'm going to lose my parking spot. It's going to cost me more money. Look, if you're in a big city, I somewhat understand it, but at that point, stop ordering that and then go out to the, like, that's where the sack lunches come in.
Yeah.
That's where the gyro on the corner or the hot dog on the corner. Oh, it's a, you know, so my best friend lived in New York, right? So like, it's what was the shitty water there? The Hudson, right? It's a Hudson dog and stuff like that. But like, guys, no, like everything has to be cleared by things like that. So
I have a doctor's appointment yesterday morning.
Yep.
Out on near Walmart Cascade.
Yep.
And I need to get gas. And I said to Dawn, and mind you, the fucking doctor's appointment was at 7:45 in the morning. So I knew the answer. I'm like, hey, what time does Costco open? Because I went to Costco to get gas. And she goes, probably not till 10. Why? And mind you, it's like 8:20. I'm like, I'd get a hot dog if they were open. Because their hot dogs, what, $1.50?
$1.50 includes a drink.
Correct.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer every fucking time.
Yep. The CEO just said, I will kill, quote unquote, the whoever if they raise the cost of that. Why? Because Costco understands that you will go spend more money if you have that.
They have some turkey sandwich they're coming out with that costs like
$9.
Yeah.
Stupid.
it's stupid expensive, and everybody's bitching and moaning.
Yeah.
So don't buy the fucking turkey sandwich. Go get a goddamn hot dog.
Right. It's let me be clear on this, right? Things I know. $1.50 for a hot dog and a fucking pop. $3 for a piece of pizza.
Mhm.
$4, $3.99 for a chicken bake. It might be $4.99 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's $3.99, right? If you want to eat healthy, yes, the salad is absolutely astronomical. And they came out with the other one.
Yeah.
Now they offer cookies for like $3, $2.50. I don't know. Sure, it's fresh baked, but like, guys, you don't need the extras, right? Like, you want it. You're there. They're smart. They're marketers. They're doing the right
Yeah.
thing. But you can live your life I lived my high school career off of $1.50 hot dogs. My
Yeah.
mom gave me $5 a day, right, for the most part, and I would pocket everything and then go bowl people for the extra money. But so
What are some of the other answers?
this person is the man after our heart, or the woman. It says deleted, but F that person. Make an actual budget and stick to it.
Love it.
Life hack.
Love it.
That's a life hack and then some. Think of your future self as a different person you need to help. Every time you're able to save $1, it helps the future self out. I agree.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
This other person was good. Set a new zero. My checking account is $351, $331. Gosh, I'm so sorry. My checking account was $531. 500 is my zero.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I only have $31 to spend. Live below your means. I don't smoke, I don't drink, save a lot of money.
That does save a lot of money.
It does, right? But like also I could see if you said, hey, drink at home versus drinking out, right? David, I'm here tonight drinking Bud Light. What does that cost me? $7 for a
Yeah.
fucking 6-pack? Like, it is
A
not
24 pack for like 16.
right. Like, and you could also go to Hams, which if you like it, because I do like Hams. Last I knew it was $30 for a 30 rack, or $13 for a 30 rack, less than 50 cents a beer. But let's say it's gone up. It's 50 cents a beer at this point, right? Rotisserie chicken from the grocery store are usually a really good deal. Make a good middle ground between
$6
eating out
or so.
and cooking chicken.
Yeah, $6
Right.
or so.
Yeah. And honestly, if you have a family of multiple, you're going to eat that whole thing.
Yeah.
My family, I have a family of 3, husband, wife, and daughter. I'm a big fucking dude. Diet Nick, yeah, I'll eat less. Not diet Nick, oh man, I'm eating a little bit more. But at that point, like, right, we're mixing it with things, we're doing the right things, we're creating crockpot meals. I will say, creating meals that are going to last you for the week. So start that in the early morning, start that later. If you work from home, run to the store in your lunch hour, grab a crock pot chicken. It's already cooked, throw it in there, throw all your extra things in there. Whether you're making ramen with it, right? Like ramen and chicken with peas, ramen, like you're now at $1 a person. You're at inexpensible, right? Like go with inexpensive ideas, go do these types of things. I'm not telling you guys to like starve yourself and do whatever. If you smoke cigarettes, quit.
100%.
That's it's an easy answer, but you can't just guarantee that they're going to get off of it right away, right?
That's a hard addiction to quit.
One of the things I've learned, if you use the library, CDs, books, and audiobooks, right? Because most people are paying for audible.com is $17 a month plus the cost of books. Yes, it might not have every book you want, but there's books out there. Just use the search feature to figure out genres, right? Like it's not the exact book your friend recommended to you, but like it will eventually come because all you have to do is read books until you put it on the list that says, hey, have this book here.
You can
And they will make
reserve
it.
books.
Correct.
So you just sit out there and reserve it, and when it comes available, you go get it.
Yep. Minimize your fixed cost before you spend. Get in the habit of asking if the purchase will increase your well-being or if it's impulsive buy. Right? Like, so to me, it's like, hey, am I going to buy a softball bat, a baseball bat, a bowling ball, right?
Yeah.
I have a bowling ball in my car, which, okay, it's funny because I'm right now in between 2 bowling balls. I have one in my car that's going to cost me $60 to plug and drill. I want the new Evoke by Motive, which is $220, $200
Yeah.
with drilling. yeah, I'm gonna be all right with the fate, right? Like my buddy gave it to me. I'm gonna go. I'm $60 versus another $140
Correct.
just for what it is. So
I mean, we sit there and we look at cost savings, and that's important to the two of us because we watch every dime and we watch every penny, and we want to make sure that, you know, we're making good decisions. So on to our next Reddit question. So I sent this to Nick earlier today. Never been in debt before, and now I'm going to med school. My family was a stuff it in the mattress type and never took the time to learn about money. I'm now 29 and attending medical school this fall and have never had to manage debt before. I drive the same old Honda hand-me-down, always had a job, credit cards paid off every month, etc. I used the post 9/11 GI Bill to completely cover my undergrad and have about 100,000 in savings from 6 years of military service and my part-time gap year jobs. I'm currently working full-time and put about 1.5K away per month into a simple savings account after rent and bills. No debt at this time. I have half of my GI Bill left with a 100% rating, which should cover my housing and bills for about 2 years of school, as well as a good chunk of tuition. Should I put the savings I have in a HYSA or other safe interest earning account and take out loans for the entire cost of school with a plan to pay most of or all of the loans off with a large payment once I'm in residency? Or is this stupid, and should I pay tuition up front with savings until I'm out and take the loans out later on? Thank you in advance. So I know my answer.
Yep.
Every loan that you can take that's interest-free until you graduate, you take. If they charge interest from day one, you try not to take those because they're predatory and horrible. We talk a lot on this show about student loan and student loan forgiveness and whether people deserve it or not.
Yeah.
And one of my main complaints is always when you look at these people that say are 10 years out of school and they, let's say, took 50,000 out, because I like round numbers. They took a $50,000 loan out. And in 10 years, they paid, let's say, $40,000 of that loan back. And their loan balance is sitting at 60,000. It's infuriating to me because you sit there and you look at a person that's paid almost the entirety of the money they took out back, but all they have paid on at this point is the interest on that loan, and they haven't even paid enough to cover all of the interest on this loan. And to me, that's predatory. And that's something that when we talk about student loan forgiveness, we need to start looking at what did they take out, how much have they paid back, and do they really owe this money, or is this just making banks richer because people that took this out didn't understand the severity of what they were doing? And a lot of that is on the parents, a lot of that is on the student, but a lot of that is also on the predatory banks that are pushing these loans on 18-year-olds that don't know what they are doing. And I want to be perfectly clear. No 18-year-old understands debt the way that I understand debt or the way that Nick understands debt. And they're not going to, because they're 18 and they don't know that much.
Well, and to add to the fact, like, let's say you know it, but your whole surrounding of people tell you, hey, this is what the normal person does. And when you hear the word normal, when you hear the word average, when you hear things, that's what everybody does. Go do it. Like, right? That bothers me.
When I was in school, which was 100 years ago,
Say,
for you at least,
back when Jesus was born.
correct. I graduated in 1995, and probably 85% of the people I went to school with were going to college in some respect, whether it was a 4-year university or whether it was community college.
Really?
Oh, I would
85%.
say in that range, yeah.
Wow.
There were probably 15% that were just going straight into the workforce, and the rest were going to college. Now, did they go full time? Not necessarily. Did they go for more than a semester or even half a semester? Probably not.
Sure.
But that was the plan, is we're going to college because that's what our parents told us. Our boomer parents said, you have to go to college. If you don't go to college, you're worthless. So we did that. And a lot of people did not last after a semester. I mean, I went to college for 2 years and decided, I need to make money. I can't keep doing this. And, a 95 graduate, I graduated college in 2022. Now, a lot of the millennials your age were told specifically by their older Gen X parents or their, later boomer parents that they didn't have a choice. They had to go to college. Now, poor people like you necessarily didn't get that push, but you still went to college.
Well, so, okay, the reason I got the push, let's go back to it. And
Mhm.
this is one thing we fight all the time. And we fight on quote unquote the same page, not necessarily how to get to it.
Mhm.
But my mom said you have to go to college in order to stay on my insurance. My mom had a job that she fucking made no money.
Yeah.
Right? 30 to 40,000 bucks at Steelcase fucking Corporation in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Single mom fucking making nothing. She said, hey, the government fucking passed it to where if you want to stay on my insurance past 18 or
You have to
through
be a
18,
full-time
you get to be a
student.
full-time student, which meant 21 hours back then. I took 25 because I wanted to be a fucking gangster. But right, that's the only reason I went to college, because I knew that if like I knew at an 18-year-old, I at the time I could last till 21.
Mhm.
Now they've changed it to 26. Okay.
So with the Affordable Care Act, what they did is they took that college requirement out, period.
Yep.
And you can stay on your parents' insurance until you reach the age of 26.
My best friend and his wife got married and they were both on their parents' insurance. Like, let me be clear on that. They got married before that age and they both stayed on their parents' insurance.
Correct.
I did not have that luxury. Okay. Whatever you want to call it. But like, my mom said, hey, if you want to stay on my insurance, you have to go to college. And so to me, it was cheaper to go to college. This is 2007, 2008, the crash. Nobody's making money. Jobs aren't fucking hiring. I have nothing in my life going on, right? Like, if I want to have health care, go to fucking school. Like, so, hey, the bit of debt because I couldn't get a job that gave me insurance, I'm going to school. Like, and granted, I was working through a temp company, making enough money to pay for my college because I paid cash for my first year of college. And then I was offered a full ride scholarship at Davenport University for bowling. But like at that point, like I have to be on my mom's insurance. And then they changed it. It's the Affordable Care Act. But like, dude, I was pushed just for health insurance.
There were a
I
lot
was
of
not pushed for anything else.
there were a lot of millennials that didn't know what to do
Yeah.
and just kept going to school. So they get done with their bachelor's and they're like, well, I guess I got to go get my master's because nobody's hiring. And the amount of money that I owe is so astronomical that if I take a job that pays me $9 an hour, it's never going to pay it off. So I'll just go to grad school and hopefully by the time I get a job, I'll make over $100,000. And that wasn't a thing either.
Well, and what happened was, and here's what I have a problem with the Affordable Care Act. Okay. Let me be clear on this. I want to be very clear and direct. Okay. If you go to school for medical or things that are in need, after 10 years, your debt's wiped away.
But is it?
If
In theory, it's supposed to be.
it's very specific. Like that's the problem, right? You have to go work for a nonprofit, which most hospitals are, right? You have to go do this. Most schools are, right? Like,
Well, again, I brought up some people that I follow that are teachers, and after 10 years, they were supposed to get their loans forgiven,
and
and
they didn't.
they just didn't get forgiven because the government was like, yeah, sorry, not forgiven.
Not our fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and so like you have to understand that things are so different with every person. And the promises that were made were not very specific and very clear. They just said, hey, you can go this 10 years, you make a payment, you're debt free. It didn't happen. It wasn't happening. People fought it, this, that. So I don't agree with the things that are happening, right? Like all nothing, don't make it. If you go to underwater basket weaving, like Dave Ramsey likes to fucking quote,
Mhm.
congrats, you committed to 10 years of payments. Like David, if we do fucking watch this, like okay, so 4 years, $30,000 a year, right?
Yep.
4 times 30 is
120,000.
120K.
Yep.
Now, if you're making your monthly payment for 10 years, so divided by 120 months, right? For 10 years is $1,000 a month. If you make that, you should be debt free, right?
You should be.
Correct. But the
But will
idea-
you be?
No, not a chance, right? You will still owe $120,000, just like you talked about earlier,
Yeah, because they're charging you interest from day one.
from day one.
So everything you're paying at that point when you start paying, because of course you're not paying while you're in school, you don't have any fucking money.
Yep.
Everything you're paying is the interest that accrued over those 4 years. And let's face it, nobody graduates college anymore in 4 years. They graduate in 5.5,
Yeah.
depending on what they go into.
Right.
I was able to graduate college with zero debt, but work paid for that.
Yep.
My daughter was able to graduate college with zero debt because I was able to help out a great amount of that. So she doesn't have to sit there and go, well, I have even $10,000 worth of student loan debt. She doesn't have any. There was never a student loan for her.
Right.
And that's great, but that's not the majority of people nowadays. And none of these people are educated about what debt really means or how debt really works. And again, we'll talk about things that we feel the government should do, and I'm way more for the government should do this, that, or the other thing. But a lot of the problems we have with the government doing shit is they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Dude, they're the dumbest people I know.
You look at the PPP loans. The PPP loans were a fucking nightmare. So
Did you hear about the guy that went to jail or is going to jail? His wife worked for BP. Did I share that video with you?
yes,
Right. Like,
insider trading.
he knew his wife was merging with TA,
Yeah.
Transport of America.
Yeah.
Right. He took, which, guys, we can't understand this fucking number, right? They had a savings of $1.8 million.
Correct.
And he invested it all and doubled the money.
All of it.
Good for him.
He bought Travel Center of America stock.
Yep.
Because he knew they were going to get bought out by British Petroleum.
Yep. But
And
he-
when they did, they more than doubled their money.
Yep. And his wife had no idea that he was looking, listening, watching.
Didn't know this happened.
Right. So good for her. But they still fired her at the end of the day, which
Yep.
sucks. But
And she has no money.
right. But actually, so like he'll go to jail. So 1.8, and they were fined all of their gains. So the double. They were also fined $250,000. So they're still going to end up with $2.55 million, right? She's going to be okay. She divorced him, did whatever. But somebody made the comment that I absolutely loved. Why is it okay for fucking government to approve this purchase? Why is it okay for government to know this? They get to go in and fucking buy
Yeah, they buy the same shit.
100%, but this guy can't go do it,
Correct.
right? Like, I am not a fan of insider trading,
Insider trading's okay if you're a senator.
but
They'll say it's not, but it really is.
not if you're a fucking human being.
So and again, I don't know what the hell I was saying before when you interrupted me.
No, sorry. So like you were talking about your daughter and her college debt. You paid for it.
Yeah, there was somewhere I was going, but I forgot what it was. Probably wasn't that important.
So already about to graduate high school and still super ignorant about financing because we love young kids.
Yep.
And we love the future generation coming up. Sorry, I don't want to say that, but like I know, but trying to learn as much as I can before graduation. About to go into college next fall, and I keep hearing people say not to go into debt over education, but I understand what getting into debt actually means. What exactly happens if you accrue too much debt? P.S. How does taking loans paying off college tuition work?
So
You said I know what debt means, but you don't understand what
you obviously don't.
right.
So taking on too much debt means that you're going to pay that back the entirety of your life, basically. You're always going to
For the
have
longest period of time.
you're going to have that bill basically until you drop dead.
This is not amortized. Let me
No.
be clear on this, right? Like this is until it's paid off,
Correct.
right?
There is no end date. Like with your house, you take a mortgage out, a 15-year mortgage, a 30-year mortgage, a 25-year mortgage, whatever you do, you take that out, and after that point, it's just gone. Like I have a 15-year mortgage. It'll be done in
Just send it to yourself.
oh, okay.
It'll be done in
It'll be done in 15 years at the most. It'll be done in less than that
Mhm.
because I'm pushing to finish it sooner. But I have an end date.
Yep.
Student loan doesn't have an end date.
correct.
So if they wanted to make student loans better,
Yep.
and actually affordable for people, there would be an end date. Or it would be like it used to be where you don't get charged interest until 6 months after you stop going to school. So 6 months after you start going to school, interest starts accruing, you're paying your bills, whatever. That's attainable. Whereas now what we look at is, Nick, you have a young daughter.
I do.
Would you advise her to go to college?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Not
What-
a fucking chance.
What would you advise her to do?
Join my business, understand what I'm doing, and go out and just grind the shit out of it to make yourself possible.
So I know if I had a son, I would say you should be an electrician or a plumber
Or an HVAC
or
technician.
HVAC or an auto mechanic.
Right. I wouldn't do auto mechanic. It's-
Depending on the place.
Right. Find a good company. So my father was an auto body technician, mechanic at the same time. No, but like HVAC, electrical, plumbing, the lineman, right?
Yep.
Which is still electrical, but
Yeah.
like next step up. I would also tell my daughter, if I can give her advice, and I hope that this an hour into this, right? Like
Yeah.
if I can give her advice, go travel the world and make an impact on lives, because no matter what, daddy has you, right? Like from my heart, no matter what, I want my daughters to know that she has a plane ticket home,
Mhm.
right? You're always more than welcome to come home and go impact the world, because the world needs to know that we are here for them,
Mhm.
right? Like that is. Somebody asked me, "Hey, what if your daughter becomes an artist?" And I was like, "Look, would I be heartbroken? Sure, but if somebody in this world thought her art was the greatest thing in the world, I absolutely hope she goes and achieves it, right? Because I want her to feel the freedom that I never had. Things people don't understand about me. I had a scholarship opportunity to Cornell University.
Okay.
Do you know why I turned it down?
Why?
I couldn't afford to fucking drive there.
Mm.
Cornell, right? On the spot, offered me a scholarship and said, "Here, come here." I said, and I thought about it and I was like, "Oh God, I'm going to Cornell. It's a fucking Ivy League school." I couldn't afford the gas to fucking get there.
Mhm.
I was like, "Where would I stay?" And they're like, "Oh, you could take debt out for housing. You can do this." I can't afford the gas to even fucking get there at the time. Like, there's a difference between poor and fucking the next class, right? Like, there's poor and broke, right? Like, I'll tell you, I'm broke. I ain't poor. Let's say, right? Like, I'm broke, right? But like, I ain't poor. Like, I'm not living off government. My parents would never get a government. My father and his wife would do government assistance, and I remember taking checks out from the back in the day. They used to do food stamps with Monopoly money,
Yeah.
is what I would call it, right? Like you'd get like a $10 fucking slip, and if your bill was $8.50, like you get $1.50 back in cash, and your $8 would go towards it. Like now it's a fucking card. Everybody swipes a card, but like I will tell you, like we were poor, right? Like I'm broke now, like whatever. Like,
Broke is a frame of mind.
right? Like, but like poor.
Poor is what you are.
Dude, like, and so my daughter, if she has the opportunity to go impact lives, I'm fine with it. And like as sad as it is for me to say, I'm okay with it, right? Like I hope nothing but the best for her all day, every day. So
So I remember back when we got married,
yep.
Dawn's maid of honor got pissed off because she was trying to throw a bachelor party, and her boyfriend at the time was trying to throw a bachelor party for me, and it was supposed to be down in the Kalamazoo area.
Yeah.
And I told her, listen, we can't come.
You can't get there.
I don't have any gas money to get there.
Yeah.
And she got all fucking just beyond pissed off, like, fuck you people. If you're not grateful, then I don't really give a shit. And I talked to Mikey, who was, basically my best man. And I said, listen, dude, the only reason we're getting married is because a good friend of Dawn's gave us $60 to get a fucking marriage certificate. I didn't have the $60 to buy a marriage certificate.
Oh shit.
I didn't have shit. We had no fucking money.
Yeah.
And
I was a little bit richer than you.
he's like, dude, they don't want to take you. I'll take you out. And
Yeah.
him and I went out, and we didn't do a lot. We went to a couple bars and
Yeah.
had some fun because we're together, and that's all that fucking mattered to me.
Say and it meant the world to you,
It
right?
did. It was better than anything else.
I will tell you, the night before we got married, we went to a local bar,
Mhm.
and I felt like a king, and I wish I knew who the kid was. A little drunk, I handed the guy $5, and I said, "Hey, I need peanuts," because they ran out, and he ran a quarter mile to the gas station, grabbed peanuts, and came back. And I have no idea who this kid. And I was like, "Oh, greatest thing everybody's ever happened." Like,
Yeah.
in my life, I knew money could buy something at that point, right? This kid ran to the gas station on the other corner, way over there. I wasn't running, like, but come back, boom, there it is, right? Like, and we could afford our marriage license. I'm not gonna lie about that, right? We could afford. When I bought my first investment house, people ask me all the time, I had $123 in the bank. $123. Took every guy. And I said, "Hey, what do I do if something breaks in this first month?" And they go, "Hope and fucking pray and
Yep.
make it last." And I was like, okay, right? Like, you win. But it worked out. Like, it really did. But I remember that day, I had $123 in my check. And we knew we were getting paid on that Friday. I don't remember the day we closed. We were getting paid Friday, right? Which is fine. But I had nothing to my name.
I remember we get married, and Dawn and I had a room at the hotel that she was working at the time.
Yeah.
And we went back to the hotel because we had a couple people from out of town that were also staying there. And we took back basically the bridal party, with the exception of, the maid of honor, who was pissed off at us, and her boyfriend, and my actual best man, who was not Mikey, but should have been.
Yeah.
We went back to the hotel, and we ended up closing the night down with everyone in the same fucking room. We did not spend that night together as husband and wife because we just wanted to be with the people that were there for us.
Right.
And I remember the next day when everybody went home. So like I had two people from out of town, Janet and Rose, and they both went home, and Mikey went back to his place, and a couple people from, Dawn's side, they went back to their houses, and Dawn and Caitlin was gone. She had gone, to be with sort of family. And Dawn and I were alone on that Sunday. And I never felt more alone than at that moment, because we were just surrounded by all these people that we really cared about and really cared about us. And all of a sudden they were just gone. And it sucked so bad because I just wanted to be back with the people that were with us. And that was a rough realization for me. And really it helped solidify with me how important, the people that I'm close to are to me. So you look like you got a Reddit post there.
I do. I'm reading into it. Wait, this person needs our help.
Okay. I love people that need our help.
This is a long, long, long post.
Can you read it, or you need me to?
Why don't you go ahead? But,
Okay.
like, this person is 26 years old, $34,000 in credit card debt.
Oh my.
No idea what to do.
Okay.
Please help.
Hi, I'm extremely embarrassed to write this. I'm in a very, very tough financial spot right now. I have about $34,381.67 in credit card debt spread across 9 cards. 2 of them have been closed by the creditors. I have listed all the cards with balances plus monthly payments below. I have considered consolidations, bankruptcy, a debt management plan, which if I enrolled my payment to ACCC would be around $700 a month. All of this debt was caused by reckless spending habit and mental illness that I have now gotten under control. I haven't used any of these cards within the last month. I work 40 hours a week, making $15.46 per hour. After taxes, insurance, etc., my take home is approximately $430 to $440-ish. I pay $1,040 a month in rent, which I pay to my landlord weekly, so I give him $260 a week. No, I cannot find anything cheaper. I have tried, and it's the best I can get. I went through all of my subscriptions, which are canceled effective January, so as of January, none of them will be deducted. But I was paying $160 monthly in streaming services and random subscriptions. They are now canceled. Card 1 is $8,520.49. It was closed by Discover. Currently enrolled in payment plan with a 9.99% APR with $128 monthly payment. Card 2, $3,924.04, closed by Discover. Currently enrolled in a payment plan with 9.99 APR with a $60 monthly payment plan. Card 3, $1,969.59, a $61 monthly payment. Card 4, $6,897.55. This card is enrolled with Tally, so they make the monthly payments. I pay Tally $60 a month. Card 5, $5,660.52. I missed a payment. My monthly payment is now at $929.52. We'll be using my Christmas bonus to make that payment this week. Card 6, $2,054.16. Minimum is $20. Card 7, $1,567. Minimum is $115. Card 8, $750.25, $28 minimum. And card 9, $3,037.55, $102 due monthly. As you can tell, the monthly payments greatly exceed what I have left over in a month. My credit is around 540, which is the lowest it's ever been. I used to have 0 debt and a 760 credit score, but 4 years later, this is everything I have racked up. I've looked into loans and clearly cannot get approved for anything. I have $150 in my savings account. I'm trying to get a new, better paying job or considering getting a second job. In the meantime, can someone please explain the best option I have right now, other than increasing my income, which I'm doing my best to try and do? Realistically, I would like this to be paid off in 2 to 3 years, but it sounds impossible. That's heartbreaking.
I wish Bucks and Brews would have been there for that person
Yeah,
from the beginning, right? Because you and I both know we can help this person.
absolutely.
Sorry, I'm doing some math quick.
So, I mean, we have some low cards there that we don't owe that much to. The problem is we have these minimum monthlies, and we really need to start negotiating with all of these credit cards.
Absolutely fucking correct. Like, okay, so if my math is correct, David, on everything you read,
Mm-hmm.
929.52. Oh, it's monthly, right? So fuck that company. Fuck your credit. Fuck everything, right? As a landlord, fuck them, right? I don't know what you stay in, and I agree. You can't find anything cheaper. Like,
Yeah,
dude, like
probably
my,
not.
My minimum's now getting to the 900s. Like, I'm still $300 below the fucking people across the street.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm gonna agree with you. You can't. Like, unless you go home. But your minimum payments currently $1,542. You bring in, oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Let's say 450 a week.
430 a week, 440. So let's do the low end. 430
Okay.
times 4.25,
17.
1825.
Yeah.
And you have $1,500 in minimum payments.
And you have a $950 monthly
Impossible.
rent. Yeah, you just don't. You can't squeeze blood from a turnip.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's impossible,
Mhm.
right? Like, you pay your land as a landlord. You pay the person that's putting a roof over your head, because number one
First.
important in life is pay the fucking roof over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, pay the ability to get your job,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I value Uber over your car. I value your roof over your head. I'm gonna assume you're not around family that you can just move into and say, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking fix this." We're gonna assume. Assuming's bad,
Yeah, but we don't have any other options here.
right? So you tell at 9:25, you call them up via Bucks and Brews, and you say, "Bucks and Brews tells me to tell you to go fuck yourself." Literally. Yes, you signed up for it. You thought you were gonna make it. Fuck you, right? And honestly, send them a video of you holding up a middle finger and say, "Take me to court, you little piece of shit." Because if you're making your payment, you did anything, just do it, right? Plain and simple. Offer them $1 a month for the rest of your life, and the judge is going to look at you and say, "Hey, you've made the best you can." Because if you walk in with this $1,500 payment, right? $1,500 in payments, the judge is going to go, "Hey, this person, I don't know if it's male or female, the best they possibly could. 1542. And you owe 1,040 in rent, right? The judge is going to tell you, "I'm proud of you," right? Make whatever you can for minimums. Call all of these creditors and sound like the first two, 102, 20, oh, sorry, 80 and 60. Consolidate it, right? Tell them, "Hey, if you want some money, you gotta consolidate it. I can't pay this, right? I can't do it. It's not possible. There's zero possibilities. There's zero chances." You said you're gonna pay your taxes or your Christmas bonus towards
Yeah.
something. It's a little late now for us. I hope you didn't pay that. I really fucking hope you didn't pay that. But like, you're gonna get your taxes back. The average American can get taxes back. Myself, there's no such thing as taxes back,
Right.
right? Like, I'm gonna let you know. Last year, I paid more in taxes than the average American makes in a year. This coming year, right, I'm gonna pay more in taxes than the average American makes in a year.
Mhm.
So, from the bottom of my heart, like, plain and simple, look at these people. Don't look at them. Like, talk to them on the phone. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Right? You want something? Make it accountable and responsible for me. 10% fucking interest. Tell them, "Hey, look, charge what you want. I'm gonna pay you the fucking minimum." Right? But make the minimum to where you can afford it
Mhm.
and get by.
I can offer you $50 a month. That's what I can offer you.
That's like you have
You have 9 cards at $50 a month. That's $450.
6. You have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't remember if that one might be 70. So you have one at 21 or one at 28. The rest of them, right? Like, I'm gonna offer you this, right? Like, plain and simple. I'm gonna make a payment. It's not gonna be the payment you want. This is what we're gonna do. If you don't want to declare bankruptcy, if you don't want to do the things, right? You're not gonna move from this apartment. You're not gonna move from this place. You're gonna talk to your landlord well above before your lease is ended and say, "Hey, if you raise my rent, I can't afford it. You're gonna put them in the street." And if that person has a heart, a soul, anything in this life, they will live with you, right?
Bankruptcy is not a bad option for this person.
It's not, especially if you made a single payment. If you Okay, if you made payments on these to show you made effort, it's not a bad option.
I hate the fact that the bankruptcy rules were changed back in the Bush administration, W. Bush, because when I filed bankruptcy before he changed things,
Yep.
I was able to basically get rid of all of my debt. Now, should I have had to pay my debt? I mean, I took it on, so
100%.
I should have had to pay my debt. But at the same time, nobody should have been giving me debt. I didn't have the money to pay it back. Why were you giving me this money?
My wife had the lowest credit score. I don't remember what it was. Above people I've ever known.
Mhm.
Because I didn't associate with. We never talked about credit. We never
Yeah.
did. I didn't do credit, David. Like,
You still really don't.
I don't like. But when we went and bought furniture, they offered us, say, 50% discount to fucking buy it in credit,
Mhm.
or a 20% to buy it in cash. I had cash. What's better?
50% is better than 20.
Thank you. Right? They're voting that will fail.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, 100%.
I will gladly take that fucking bet. I handed my wife the cash and I said, I will buy it for you all day, every day. Baby girl, I love you. This is what you want. Here's the money. You make the minimum payments that my wife made the minimum payments. Until the time came to be due, she paid all of it.
Yep.
Right? My wife, I don't know. I think my wife has a higher credit score than me.
It would not shock me.
Right?
But why?
Because my debt to income ratio, fucking huge. Every time we bought furniture, if they offered a good fucking financing, oh, we took it, right? We did something else. My wife would go, I would make my wife finance certain things,
Mhm.
right? Like my wife would be like, hey, yeah, yes. And I would say yes or no. And my wife, it's funny because like she'll look at me with pride and think that she did it. I'm like, yep, babe, I'm so proud of you. You fucking did
Yeah.
it.
All on your own.
Yep. Oh yes, you did. Oh yeah, you're the fucking beast. No.
Yeah.
Right. Daddy Nick stepped in and said, you have a guaranteed fucking payment. You have everything you need. Go make the payment. And so to this person, right?
Before you get to that.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked a little earlier about I bought a new 3D printer
Yeah.
that was $1,600.
Stupid. Yes.
And how many times did I tell you I'm broke? I have no money.
All day, every day.
I can afford the $1,600 if I really need to, but I don't want to.
You can't.
So
It's funny because you can't. It's not funny. I don't know what the word is. You should not
I
be
should
buying
not.
a $1,650 fucking.
right, I should not. I can do it, but I should not do it.
Correct.
So what I did was I started doing the math because that's what I do.
Correct.
And I went, I'm selling about $80 worth of ducks a month.
Yep.
So
And this is David math, right?
this is
Like,
David math.
yes.
They talk about girl math on TikTok. This is David math.
Exactly.
So
And that's why I call it David math, because I'm so used to this girl math.
I spend I get about $80 a month in ducks.
Mhm.
If I could buy this printer for less than $80 a month,
Yep.
that's a no-brainer to me.
It's a win.
So I hop online real quick and I look. Wells Fargo has a card.
Yep.
21 months, no interest.
Oh, fuck.
$1,600, $73 a month.
Yep.
I'll pay that off in less than 21 months.
You're making $7.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck it.
Yep.
I'm gonna hop on this. It pays off that printer. I don't need 21 months to do it. Whatever I'm paying in ducks will pay that sumbitch off. I'll probably pay it off in a year.
Yep.
But I do David math and I go, what can I do to get what I want right now,
Yep.
but not have to pay the full amount right fucking now?
Yep.
And that was the thing I looked at.
Everybody doesn't understand this is how I run my business. Businesses. My mortgage payment is this. Does the bottom pay for the top? Does the left pay for the right? Does this unit pay for this? Like, oh, I make money? Okay. The only thing I've ever bought in my life was one of my 8 units. One of my 8 units, I was losing $2 a month. Didn't know it at the time. One of the tenants moved out. when I like literally, I don't blame the guy who sold it to me because he didn't know. But one of the tenants moved out in that first month, and so I was on vacation. 4th of July came, tenant moved out, so I then raised my rent $50 because they were so below, and then I started making. So now I was making $48 without any repairs,
Yep.
without anything else happening. Like, but I don't buy things where I lose money, right? Like this isn't a thing I do. So, right, like I don't blame you for doing what you do because you're taking an educated risk.
Yep.
Sure, you could do $20 in fucking sales 1 month. It might take you an extra 2 months, but you know for a fact you will sell this for a long period of time.
Yep.
Again, we talked about it in our last episode, if this airs first or second, that you're making $80, right? And so if you average that on a constant, you're going to be just okay. 21 months, it's completely paid off. 20 months, it's paid off, right? 22 months, the card is due, you're going to be good.
Yep.
Like you're smart enough to constantly sit here and do this. Me, on the other hand, I play nothing less than a fucking risk of like a day, right? Like, because I knew walking in, it sucked for the tenants, but I'm losing $2. All right, I'll lose $2 for a year. After a year, you're all going up a little bit of money.
Yep.
And then I found out that taxes went up extreme. And so, everybody went up 25, right? My first year. Like, hey, and they all expected it, right? New owner, knew this, but I don't do this type of a thing. So to this listener, right? Like that person that's charging you $925, you call them, and I want you to talk to the first person, and all you're going to say to them is, hey, I'd like to talk to a supervisor. And they're going to go, oh, what do you need? And you're just going to turn to them and go, I said, go fuck yourself. I want to talk to the supervisor. And the supervisor's going to come on, nope, we can't do anything about it. And you go, good, go fuck yourself. I'm not paying this, right? And they'll send you to collections, and they're going to garnish what? Nothing. And at the end of the day, you're going to look at them and go, hey, I'll file bankruptcy on you, and you've refused my payment of the $5 I can afford because you did this, right? Like plain and simple, you did this, David. The ability to have you on this podcast versus having me on this podcast is so much better.
You like this right now, don't you? Because you know what I'm going to do.
I fucking love it, dude.
So I filed bankruptcy.
Yes.
2003.
It's amazing.
And one of the bills I had was from City Financial, which was owned by Citibank.
Yep.
And I was sending them $5 a month because that's what I could fucking afford. And it was like a $2,000 bill.
When he tells you this, it's not 50, it's not 500, it's not $5 fucking dollars.
I wrote a check every month.
Yes.
And sent it to them.
Yes.
They called me at one point. They're like, well, we want you to put your vehicle up as collateral. And I said, no, fuck you. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'll send you the $5. So the last 3 times I sent them $5, they put it in the mail and they sent it back to me.
Yep.
And I went and I filed bankruptcy. And the judge sat there and we went through all of my accounts.
Yep.
And we get to City Financial. And he goes, all right, tell me about this account. I said, well, I took that money out and, this is what it was for. And I'm paying it back as best as I can, but they're not accepting my money. And he goes, excuse me? I said, well, I sent them a $5 check and then they sent it back to me. So then the next month I sent them another $5 check and they sent it back to me. And the third month I sent them a $5 check and they sent it back to me. So I just didn't send them any more money. And he goes, all right, well, that bill doesn't exist anymore. And I went, what do you mean it doesn't exist anymore? He goes, they denied your payment. So according to them, you don't have a debt with them. So we don't even have to discharge that. That's just gone.
That's gone.
And he just wrote it off as though that was not part of the bankruptcy and I did not owe that debt.
Can you restate that just so this person understands?
So the judge wrote off that bill. It was probably at the time $1,900.
Yep.
He wrote off that bill as not part of the bankruptcy, just as a debt I did not owe.
Yeah.
Because they refused to take the payment that I gave them in good faith
Yep.
for that bill.
And to me, like, okay, I've not been in your situation, but the idea is this is what it's like, right? You made the attempt to pay something and they said, fuck you. and the judge said, "Go fuck yourself."
Pretty
This
much.
person made the attempt to do what they needed to do, right? Like, so the listener that's making 925, make something. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $10. Figure out what your last before you miss the payment, because you did say I missed a payment. Figure out what it is, right? Make the fucking payment. Make that small little payment. And do that. I will tell you, yes, it sounds like if you don't want to declare bankruptcy, you're gonna have to go get a second job. It sucks to
Absolutely,
say,
100%.
but go get it, go drive for it, go make it happen. And while you're on your journey, just show you've made an attempt and effort to do this, right? Because you have a possibility to make this $34,000 go away very small compared to, but as a landlord, you're going to show the judge you cared about putting a roof over your head versus having a brand new $900 car payment, a Lincoln Continental, like Lincoln Continental. I say that because I'm old as shit. Like a what's the
Tesla or some
an
shit.
Escalade, a Tesla, Suburban, Yukon Denali. Like, you're not driving. Like, you didn't say anything about having a fucking car debt, right? The judge is gonna look at you and go, "Hey, you're making it. You're trying. You're really close. Fuck these people."
So
Because you've made your payments, right? Like, show every goddamn proof that you ever had.
bankruptcy laws have changed greatly because of Bush.
Yep.
And when I filed, Dawn and I did it ourselves, no lawyer. Because when we went and saw a lawyer, it cost $1,000 to file through the lawyer. Yeah, he wanted $1,000, and he told us that you people are pathetic and you are going to have to give up everything you have because you're the worst people in the world.
Yep.
And it left a shitty taste in our mouth. And we started doing some research, and we're like, well, fuck it. We can do it ourselves, spend a hell of a lot less than paying this guy, and probably not end up losing anything. Because again, we didn't have anything. You know, our net worth at the time was like $1,000. Nothing we had was of value. And can you still do it yourself? Absolutely, you can. It takes more work now to do it yourself than it did back then. But there's resources out there. Legal aid is out there. They can help. I would literally, looking at your situation, that's a viable option. Does it suck? Absolutely, it sucks. But you can repair your credit right away by going into Chapter 13 and paying back what the court thinks is a reasonable amount, not necessarily something that's going to drown you.
Correct.
So I think our 2 episodes here, we've gone a long time.
We have.
You need to send me that one so that I can upload our thing. Just
Sure
pull it
will.
up and I'll send it to myself. So we didn't talk at the end of the last episode about the beers we drank in the last episode. So I'm going to talk about them now because, it's just a week later for those of you listening. I had in the last episode from Mobcraft, a vanilla wafer porter, which was absolutely delicious. I followed that up with a Kentucky bourbon barrel cocoa porter, which was also very, very delicious. And then after that, had from Highland Brewing a Gaelic ale, which is sponsored by Mr. Michael Benson. That was very good. Nick, what did you have the last 2 episodes?
All right, so this episode I drank just a few Bud Lights, and then the episode before I had Dragon's Milk Triple Mash, which is an 18.7. Right, it's a very high alcohol content, amazing beer, hits the palate, hits everything. Such a good beer. Bud Light is always the tried and the true, always the blue Bud Light. Anheuser-Busch, sponsor the shit out of us,
No shit.
because we by me, support you all day, every day.
Hit us with your ending.
As always, guys, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate everything. Reddit, we appreciate you guys putting yourself out there so we can give you feedback and advice on where you need to be in life.
100%. So our last episode, we had a listener question. If you listeners have questions, please hit us up. We want to hit those hard. We still should be weekly for a little bit here until I hit softball season, and then we'll hit you as often as we can. But thanks for joining, and we'll talk to you guys very, very soon.
dialed in.
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these studs.
Cause they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
Brews.
Bucks and Brews.